Hello everyone, welcome back. We are here again on Kringle, my cursed island. Kringle is cursed. If you guys thought that we had bad luck with our first 3 villager plots, oh boy, wait until you see the camper. Not great. Unfortunately, I did not get Hans like I wanted. It is a big disappointment. Also, if you think that I sound a little bit congested right now, you would be correct. I have this thing. It happens when I am full. I will sneeze or I will feel like I am stuffed up. My uncles have it. My mother has it. It's like a thing on my mom's side of the family. Some of my cousins do it. I think it's related to some like gastrointestinal thing. I'm not quite sure. I just finished like a pretty large cup of hot chocolate, like downed it, and apparently that was too much for me to handle. I think I've talked in the past that I'm not necessarily a hot chocolate girly. I take that back. I do like it. I just don't really like it in the morning. I must have a cup of coffee in the morning. I'm not addicted to caffeine, but I do like my coffee. I have 1 cup. It's wonderful. I add some milk. I add some like vanilla coffee syrup, like from Da Vinci, whatever. Really great stuff. I get my coffee from Grounds and Hounds. I think I've talked about them before in the past. They are online only and they donate 20% of their proceeds that they receive from orders to dog rescues. And currently right now, at the time of me recording this in January of 2025, they are of course undertaking a lot of effort to help animals affected by the wildfires in California. So that is really great. I did an order with them recently. I got the red velvet cupcake coffee, which is out for Valentine's Day, and I also got a hot chocolate lovers kit. It comes with like 3 very large pouches of hot chocolate. I think it said that they were 8 ounces each, but like, you think 8 ounces like a cup? No, I don't think so. I didn't actually read like the weight of the things, but online I thought it said it was 8 ounces each. It's like regular hot chocolate, Mexican hot chocolate, and peppermint hot chocolate, and they're like powder. They're in paper bags. It looks very good. Their coffee, in my experience, has been very, very good. I've been buying coffee from them for a couple of years now, and sometimes they will throw in like a free dog toy for my dog Fawn. Of course, you guys, if you followed my channel for any amount of time, you know that my current main island on my Animal Crossing Switch, like my first island that I made at launch, is named Fawn after my dog. Just like my town in New Leaf that I haven't touched in several years is also named Fawn after my dog. I have a yellow lab, and that is also why I think that Goldie is like my favorite Animal Crossing villager, even though I think she's supposed to be a golden retriever. I've talked about this before, but that's neither here nor there. So I did that. I got those 2 things in the order, and they threw in like a free mug, I guess, because I ordered over a certain amount of dollars worth, and it's a really nice mug. It's a blue stackable mug, so you can like stack it on top of other stuff because there's like a lip on the bottom of it. It's dark blue, and on one side in white it says "Sip Coffee, Save Pups," and on the other side it has their logo. It just says G&H. I really like it. That is the mug actually that I used to make my hot chocolate earlier before recording this video. Prior to that, the most recent order I did from them was around the holidays. I got some of their gingerbread coffee, and I also got some of their coffee that I like that they have out around like Thanksgiving time. It's called Perfect with Pie. It's a medium roast, and I really like it. It's kind of sweet. I like that they have a lot of flavored coffees. In that order, I also got a bandana for Fawn. It's like a plaid, and on one side it's reversible, so on one side it says naughty list and the other side it says nice list. Of course, I took a picture of her with the nice list side showing. I posted it on like my main social accounts, so not my gaming ones. I know it's on my Twitter. I think it's on my Blue Sky. I'm not sure, and if I haven't actually put my Blue Sky stuff in the description of any of my videos, so this is a reminder to myself to do that. So if you guys are on Blue Sky and interested in following me there, I do have 2 accounts. I have my main regular one, Diana with 2 N's, and I have my gaming one, which is of course the same name as this YouTube channel. So feel free to follow me there. I don't post a ton. Generally what I do is I just share the same stuff on Twitter that I will share on there for the most part. It's a work in progress, I feel, to try and keep up with like so many different social media platforms. Speaking of which, have you guys been keeping up with what's going on with TikTok? I'm recording this on January 19th, synth, like the audio for this video, so I am not quite sure what is happening. I know that it was banned briefly and now it's back. This is only if you're in the United States. Other countries, you are not dealing with this, but it also is affecting CapCut and some Marvel game, I guess, that I never heard of. I didn't know that ByteDance also owned CapCut. I have only used CapCut a couple of times on my iPad, and that's really only because I'm not paying for the subscription for Final Cut Pro. I absolutely refuse. I don't want that, and I don't think that the subscription for Final Cut Pro, in my opinion, is worth it for the iPad because you can't, to my understanding, transfer footage from an external drive to work with or something. I don't know. There's some weird thing going on with that. I just use it on my laptop. I do all editing on my MacBook Pro, which is a couple years old at this point, but I really like it for my needs. And that's also the computer that I use for all of my video capture and everything like that. It's actually my only computer that I have. I know I've been talking a lot about wanting to build a gaming PC, and by a lot, I mean, I think I mentioned it maybe once or twice in previous videos, but that is something that I would like to hopefully get done this year in 2025. My boyfriend works in IT and he's built computers in the past, like for himself, and I think for other people, I don't know, but we have been talking extensively about me having a gaming PC and building it. If that doesn't come to fruition, like if he and I just can't get our act together and build it, I'm just gonna buy one. I know what specs I want, but it's just like the act of doing it that is not really, there's not enough time in the day or motivation. Anyway, back to the whole everything going on here with TikTok. I have never used it. I've gone on it like on the web, but I've never had the app on my phone. And I just personally didn't see the appeal for it, especially because like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and like all other platforms for the most part have something like that. Like they have Reels or whatever. YouTube has Shorts. Basically every platform has like a bite-sized form of video content that you can watch, and they made Shorts longer in YouTube recently. I haven't experimented with this yet, but you can post like a short that's up to 3 minutes long, which I think is wild because previously it used to be like between 60 and 90 seconds or something. So that's really cool. I guess I'll have to get back into like making shorts. I haven't done that in a long time. I don't have a whole lot of shorts on this channel actually. Maybe I could cut down a couple of my videos and make them into like compilations or something. I don't know. So what are your thoughts on the whole TikTok thing? And also, are you like me and did you not realize until today that CapCut was owned by the same people who do TikTok? Maybe you know that and I'm just unaware because I don't pay attention to that stuff. And Instagram, this might have already happened by the time this video goes out because this video is going out in like about a week from me sitting down and recording this. But Instagram is coming out with their own video editing app called Edits that is supposed to like rival CapCut or like be similar to CapCut, which in my opinion is a little ridiculous because I thought that there was a rumor going around that Meta bought TikTok. Could be completely wrong. Again, not really following any news with this. Maybe I should be before I actually start talking about it. We're past the point now in the video where this would have been relevant, but in the beginning, I completely did not realize that my game audio was muted. I had muted it for some stupid reason that didn't even make sense or matter at the time, because when I record in OBS, I have things on different audio tracks. Like I have my mic on one track, I have the game audio because it's like through my capture card on another track. I have like my desktop audio on another track and whatever. And for some reason, I had muted the game audio when I was recording the video where I ranked all of the anteaters. I don't know why I muted the game audio. The game wasn't even running and it wouldn't have made a difference because I could have just disabled the track for the game audio in Final Cut Pro. Like it doesn't matter. So I did that and I forgot to unmute it. And so that's why in the beginning of the video, you guys only heard like random bits of music because I didn't want to just be talking with nothing happening in the background. It was a rookie mistake. I've been doing this for long enough where I shouldn't have had that happen, but here we are. So I'm gonna go back on what I said prior when I was first kind of going along with this island, where I had initially made the promise or whatever that I wasn't going to use Treasure Islands for money. Yeah, we're not doing that. We are going to use Treasure Islands for money. I want to upgrade my house. I want to have money in the bank to move plots and to also buy plots. In the next one, we're going to be villager getting. What I mean by that is I'm going to go to the Nook's Treasure Islands and get villagers from there, because I do not have it in me to do a hunt. Maybe I'll do like a couple of hunts, but they do have a ton of villagers on like their free islands that line up with the villagers that I want on this island. Like I would like to have Tutu, because she's like the closest thing we have to a polar bear. Marshall, maybe. Actually, no, not Marshall. I'm thinking though of another island. I was thinking about this morning, like shortly after I woke up, or maybe it was last night before I went to bed. But after Kringle is finished completely, I want to make an island that's all like white and cream and beige, like neutral brown, white, cream, beige colors. But like for villagers, maybe I want to call it vanilla. And for villagers, I want to have like Marshall, Tutu, maybe Maple, definitely Piper. There was somebody else that I was thinking of. I want to have like neutral colored villagers. Maybe Bee, she's really cute. Something like that. I do want to call it vanilla. I want all of the like interiors of the houses to be beige and white and brown. Maybe Ellie. I have Ellie on my main island though. I found Ellie on a villager hunt and I had never seen her before. This was like years ago when I was not doing YouTube, and I fell in love with her when I found her on that Nook Miles island. It was amazing. It was like love at first sight. I love the little brown elephant. She's so cute. I love her little face. She is definitely in like my top 10 favorite villagers. Same with Blue Bear. Love her too. She's adorable. But back to Kringle. I want to just get money and villagers from these treasure islands, so that way we'll be ahead of the game here. I don't want to do the max spells, sell turnips for a ridiculous amount of money thing, because I don't need max spells. I will probably just do the turnip thing on my own. Although now that I think of it, realistically, it doesn't matter if I finish all of the Nook Miles cards. That's just me being a perfectionist. But like I can just get the DIYs and get the whatever like that I want from these treasure islands and do what I want, because this is not my main island. This is not a challenge that we're doing. I'm just making a wintry island and I'm doing it for fun. I need to get out of my own head. Would you guys watch if I did a stream? It would be kind of like this. No face cam, just me hanging out and talking, but like live with you guys in a longer format. Like maybe if I do a villager hunt, I could stream it. I did stream on Twitch. This was a few years ago. I think I talked about this. This would be streaming though directly on YouTube, like on this channel, just to make it less complicated. Maybe in the future I would also like restream to Twitch or whatever. I don't know, but like for now I think I would stream to YouTube. Maybe I'll try that soon. I don't know when. I did set up my OBS to like be able to stream to this channel, so maybe I'll do a test stream, see how everything is looking. Would you guys watch that? And if I were to stream, are there any like times that work for you guys? I'm in Eastern time in the US. I'm also very flexible with my schedule though, because this is really all I'm doing right now. The job market is terrible. I don't want to talk about it. I literally have sent in like 50 job applications in the last couple of weeks. I'm not exaggerating, about like 45 to 50. And I've already gotten canned copy pasted rejections from about half of them. It's really upsetting. And I know it's not just me. And I know it's not because I'm visually impaired. Like I know it's not because of my disability. I do disclose that though on the thing, like on the application whenever it asks, because I mean, it's going to come up anyway, like whatever, they might as well know from the get-go. But I have peers, like friends that I went to college with who are sighted, and they're in the same boat too, having trouble finding a job. It's just really stressful right now with the job market, especially being like a millennial and being screwed in terms of the way that like the general economy is. I am getting so off track here. This is an Animal Crossing cozy channel. This is not political news. In other news, I bought some stuff from the Lush holiday sale. I don't know about you guys, but I swear to God, I think that the holiday sale started after it usually starts. Typically it's on Boxing Day is when it starts, like on December 26th. I don't think I saw any sale items then. I definitely saw stuff that was on sale after the fact, like after the new year. I don't know, but I got some stuff from it. It arrived today, like today on the 19th. They put it in such a big box. There were millions of those packing peanut things. And I know the ones that they use are biodegradable or whatever, so it's not like terrible. They're not styrofoam, but there were so many of them. It was in this giant box and it didn't even need to be. I got some little shower gels because like those were the only sizes available and the ones that I wanted. I got, I think, 2 Lord of Misrule and 2 Sleepy Bear shower gels. And I got the Sleepy Bear gift, but like the bigger one that comes in like a little drawstring bag. It's really cute. It's like a little drawstring fabric bag that looks like a bear. It's like purple and pink, sort of like tie-dye. And in that was a box containing the stuff in the gift. And so that had the Sleepy spray, like the fragrance spray, the Sleepy bath bomb, which I don't understand what the difference between that and Twilight is. Like, I think they're the same scent, as well as the Sleepy Bear bath bomb and the Sleepy Bear bubble bar. The other thing I got was the Yognog gift set, which is another thing that I really like. I like that scent a lot. That came with the Yognog bath bomb, the little Yognog shower gel. Oh, the Sleepy Bear one came with the little Sleepy Bear shower gel too. I don't think I mentioned that. And the Yognog spray, like, came in the Yognog set, as well as the lotion, like a little travel size, like 1.7 ounce one or whatever, like the smaller pot of it. So I cleaned up the box. I really like Lush's gift boxes, like the actual gift boxes that they use, not like the plain white box that was in the Sleepy Bear bag. But I cleaned up the box and I have it sitting on the shelf in my closet for now. I do use some old gift boxes as storage for things. Like, I have some stuff in them, like in my bathroom cabinets and stuff, because my bathroom cabinets don't have shelves. It's just like the cabinet and that's it. And there's no drawers, there's no shelves. It's just like an empty cabinet. I know I could probably get something, but the problem is the sink is there, like in the cabinet. I think they have something that can go around the pipe, like for the sink. Just don't really care about that right now. So I've been using some of the boxes as storage. They're really pretty though. Anyway, with that, I got 2 10% off gift vouchers. They were in the gift sets, like one was in each one, which I thought was really nice. The only thing that is kind of annoying, I guess, is that it's in store only. Not that that's the end of the world. I have not been into a Lush store, I think, in like 2 years, 3 years maybe. I think that it was really nice that they included those, and it's good until December of 2026, which I think is really neat. Like, that's a long time from now, considering that this was for the holidays of 2024. Like, if someone had gotten that for me for Christmas of 2024, I would have opened that and had a free voucher, like for 10% off, that I could use for like 2 years. And I think that's really nice. In other news, I finished that book I was reading, Ellie Haycock is Totally Normal, and I really liked it. I thought it had a very satisfying ending. Kind of a little bit predictable to me at least, but I loved the book overall, and I recommend that you guys check it out if you want. It's by Gretchen Schreiber. I talked about it in a previous video, and then after that, I read 8 Nights of Flirting by Hannah Reynolds. I read the first book over the summer of Lost Letters. Like, I read that this summer. It was very good. The second book is part of the series, but it focuses on a different character. It takes place over Hanukkah, and I really loved it a lot. I got to see more of like the family dynamic going on here with the family involved, like the main people. The main character from the first book was in this book. She did appear throughout the book. The third one I'm gonna read this coming summer of 2025. Like, it's on my to read list or whatever, and it's Summer Nights and Meteorites. It focuses again on another character in the main family of this series, of the Golden Doors series, but it is focusing on him, I think, as like a secondary character, because we're getting the point of view of like a person who's outside of the family, kind of like with the first book. I don't know if there are any other books planned. I know that Hannah Reynolds, I think, writes other stuff too, but I really like the Golden Doors series a lot. I just finished that yesterday, actually, and I just, before sitting down to record this, started reading Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. It is one of her adult books. I kind of liken it to being sort of similar to I Hope This Finds You Well, which I read a few months ago. It's by Natalie Sue, except Attachments by Rainbow Rowell is a little bit different. I think that it kind of has a similar premise where emails are involved and there's like a back and forth email chain happening, but it is very different overall. It takes place in 1999. I'm only like a couple chapters in. The chapters so far have been very short in my experience. I think there are like 89 chapters in total, and the book is 300 something pages, at least on my Kindle. So I'm looking forward to reading that. I was going to read Long Island Compromise next, but that has like a 3-month wait on my library. So that's really fun. After after this, I might read Fangirl. I was going to read that, actually. But then, instead of tapping on the book title, I tapped on Rainbow Rowell's name in the Libby app, and all of her books pulled up, obviously, because I was searching by author, and I wanted to read this. So I think maybe after that I'll read Fangirl, which I know is an older book, but I'm looking forward to reading it regardless. Anyway, I am done talking here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any comments, feedback, and suggestions down below, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.